Change. I wish I could change these hands, just to get a grasp of how truly beautiful you are. To behold your intangible qualities and uphold the promises I made in the past. I wish I could change my eyes, to see past my own faults and insecurities, and let the sunshine of your silhouette flood the windows to my soul. I wish I could change these flat feet. I'd run 86,400 miles to meet you. A mile for each day in the week. Because there's not a moment in which your grace is racing through my mind. I just want to catch up to you in this marathon of life. I wish I could change these lungs. Because every time I'm in your presence, I get choked up at the whiff of your essence. Whew. Medium breakfast. I wish I could change this skin and trade it in for one I was more comfortable in. For you, I'd change everything about me, because ultimately, you're otherworldly, godly, your beauty is heavenly, I am unworthy. The only thing I wouldn't change is my mind, because it's been made of no need for makeup, al natural beauty. You're already complete in all your shining glory. Jesus, for you, I've changed everything about me. Thank you.
And the name of this is called Different. So even though it was a country based on the foundation of freedom of religion, to be free of prosecution, he was never led to believe or enjoy it. Because in front of the elephant's tusks, he was an outlier. He stood out from the rest of the crowd. He didn't conform, he didn't follow, he led. Now he was normal. He loved music, loved to run. He was nice, cared, but he just expressed himself differently. Not a part of the social norm, not a part of the standard Republican form. Now, they say he's born free, but what's freedom to a caged bird if its wings are broken? What's an ocean to a man dying of thirst? Every day he lives, there's depression because of the way he's spoken. His best friend's gay, but no matter what he says to all others, he's a heathen. Like a witch in the times of Inquisition, just because of what he says. It's not his friend's fault. He can't change. That's the problem. You can't choose who to love. Not a matter of the mind, but a matter of the heart. They say his friend's lost in sin. Where the hell does he begin? Our hearts are all still beating, but where does the rhythm begin? What happened to acceptance and pride? Instead of being alive, his friend was being crucified. The impact of the pain, and every time his friend was bullied, harassed, or teased, the impact of the pain would bring him to his knees. Sealed and brought down into the ground like a coffin with 4 chains. Doubt, depression, disillusionment, despair. Every person has their own cross to bear. But was this really fair? His friend stands proud every day. Walks with his chin held high. He shows pride. But on the inside, he feels buried into the ground. No light to guide him. But the voices that reach him are distant, gone like lost sirens. Tranquility is never in reach. He can't keep the peace. He tries to live, tries to breathe, tries to yell he's free, tries to live the American dream. But that dream is nothing but the shadow of an all-encompassing nightmare. No balance, no light. To be proud is a sacrifice, but the delusionment grows like the sharpening of a knife. Until one night, the darkness takes over, and he sees freedom in the air. Cornered, suffocated, there only seems to be one escape, one way to just hit a break. But this break is his break. He walks to the roof, and the next 8 minutes are the longest of his life. He wants to test his wings. His mood's in the right swing, but so is gravity. If he fell, there'd be no more hell. Life would be easier. He contemplates all of this, looks into the sky and asks, God, why? It would have been over if his friend didn't notice, didn't feel his pain, didn't feel the same. If he didn't come over, it would have been over. Tyler Clementi, age 18. Billy Lucas, age 15. Harrison Chase Brown, age 15. Cody J. Barker, age 17. Seth Walsh, age 13. That's it.
Got it. Gotcha. those who wait. But your eyes make me impatient. They say hurry because this won't wait, and so my heart says, do not wonder. Instead, wander in the depths of your own solitude, even if it's illuminated by the light of his crescent smile, centered between dimples deep enough to look straight into his soul, but I would never know because I can only find enough courage to look away when he laughs in my general direction. I want to wait for a love that doesn't even make sense yet. Doesn't fit perfectly into sonnets or songs, not even something you can sing along to. It would be wrong to write you a poem. You exist in the utopia of my mind where there is no place and no time for anything but perfection. Perfect stranger. I want to know your imperfections. Wrap up in your regrets and fears, know what you kept hidden for years, dance with you around all your insecurities, perfect stranger. What are your impurities? Because I know place and I know time. They are both inexorably entwined, and we are only human. So I may never know what makes you real, makes you feel. 5'2" takes you back to I'm rubber, you're glue. What makes your ankles weak or makes it hard to sleep? How do you laugh when you remove inhibitions like old skin? How do you shake the dust off a bad day? How do you dive into ocean waves? I want to know the history of your history and play hide and seek in your dark past. Tell stories like flashlights shaking cobwebs as you laugh. Where do you keep your skeletons? Because I want to dance with them. I can't fall for something so perfect, so I'm just hoping the wait will be worth it, and one day I'll galump my love all over someone. But it'll be someone with more than the face of a perfect stranger. It can't fall for a species endangered, watching in awe from afar, unwilling or unable to break down the stained glass dreams of sight. I wonder what your imperfection is. Could it laugh at the time lived and unlived between us? No one would believe us. Could we smear past the holes of unholy rhyme? It wouldn't be an easy climb. Keep on reaching for things I can't grasp. Don't want to move too fast. If I jump, I don't expect you to catch me. I'll just keep climbing. I'll just keep rhyming and belay me with a broken shoestring of your past. This was never meant to last, and it may never begin. Perfect stranger, where did we begin? Because you appeared out of nowhere. And now you're stuck in my dreams. This isn't what it seems, I swear. I'd forget you if I could. I think of you more than I should. I wonder if you would... No. Let's not go there. Let's just stay here, and maybe I'll catch you tripping on solid ground or making stutters instead of sounds. Anything to make you sing. Just a little more for me.
This piece was inspired by all the Uncultivated rappers. I heard about this game called I Have Never. 10 fingers, 10 insecurities, and slowly reveal aspects of yourself until your hands are empty fists with nothing left to give. It's like counting secrets, exposing yourself, hoping that others share the same problems. 10. I've never had a beard. As insignificant as it seems, my face has yearned for a rugged appeal to make women stare, but I'm stuck with peach fuzz, looking like George. I have never broken a bone. Maybe it's because I drink milk every day, or perhaps I have lived life cowardly enough to avoid injury, thinking that heartbreak might be a better substitute for pain. I have never been more wrong. 7. I've never been in a real fight. May have thrown a punch or two, but my body has never had the chance to catch one. I feel like it's a rite of passage that failed me as a man, so I'm trapped as a boy with pubic hair on his face. I have never been in love. Been toyed with infatuations. I followed a woman's breadcrumbs up to dead ends before realizing I was just being led on. I've had double-edged swords for relationships, finding more reasons to argue than to love. I wonder if Cupid missed my heart and shot me in the back instead. I have never slow danced. Never found myself close to anyone long enough for our bodies to be indistinguishable from each other. I didn't have the courage to ask her to prom, don't have the looks to sweep her off her feet, and on some days, You can catch me crossing my arms. I'm not trying to get comfortable. I'm trying to replace the arms of a woman that was never there. Before. I've never been afraid to be myself, except when I'm with people. See, I've concocted this idea that once a flower blooms, there's nothing left to wait for. I'm so afraid of being me that I hide behind my secrets, and other than this poem, you probably wouldn't know that my plans for the future don't exist. I found life and got high off its momentary bliss, and now I feel like I'm flying. Or maybe I'm dropping below the expectations of a student. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. 3. But I have never forgotten that the best poetry I'll ever read is my own life story. That my presence on this earth will be a poem filled with periods just to prove that my existence will make a statement about who I am. I will never question my passions, never doubt my actions, and I will make sure that those with judging eyes sentence me to a lifetime of self-confidence. 2. I've never been okay with average. Never let myself believe the lies that say some things should be left to the professionals. If you want to speak, raise your voice too loud for everyone to feel. If you need to dance, let the flow from your fingertips match the joy in your heart. Smile with your body. Beatbox, then beatbox with no other reason than you want to. And finally, 1. I've never learned to trust properly. Never jumped without the fear of falling. Never fell without the fear of hurting. It seems like the only band-aid I'll ever use on my own excuses to not jump in the first place. I don't even know whether or not I can get close to anyone. I don't know whether or not I can be close enough for anyone to hurt me. So help me carry the weight of my secrets. So I'm standing here, closing my eyes and hoping one day I can be certain that someone will catch me. But until then, put my 10 fingers in the air, and I'll wait till someone else tells me that they've got 10 fingers too. We'll share more of ourselves than any simple game ever expected. We'll wonder why we have never done this before.
So, here is the eulogy for the chapter of my life that I now close. Excuse me. That I now slam the fuck shut. Because every time you looked at me and touched me like I was your object, your meat, I felt like your personal porn star. I compared myself to the brainless blonde bimbos that you described as fantasies. Well, I should have been your fantasy. And not because I am down to fuck, but because I am down to date. Because I am down to love. And because I am down to be me, despite how controversial me might be. You told me I was weak. You told me I was weak as I leaned over the toilet, purging myself after every one of your critiques. Because somehow I convinced myself that I would be perfect if only my legs were thinner. I'd be good enough if only my hair was straighter, makeup darker, skin tanner, tits bigger, waist smaller. If only I were a few inches taller. Then maybe, just maybe, you could look at me and not want to change a thing. But you couldn't. And so I changed everything. I changed my mind, my body, my essence, my presence, my spirit, my soul. I abandoned me. I hated me. And all so that I could become the trophy that you wanted me to be. You called my work ethic OCD, my creativity ADD, my enthusiasm ADHD, my emotion and instability, my youthfulness immaturity, my spirituality irrationality, my indecision a product of bipolar. And if I showed any insecurity, it was clearly a result of paranoia. You turned me into a hypocrite and a liar. I preached women's rights and let you objectify and degrade me. I preached morals and let you dehumanize me. I preached true love and let you strip me of every hope I had of finding someone who could actually love me. You had your hands wrapped around my neck, but you convinced me that you were the only one who could help me catch another breath. Thank God for my resilient heart. I tried to silence her, and you tried to beat her into submission, but through all of this cruelty, she was the only one left with clear vision. And when I finally listened to her, I wasn't rewarded with that breath. Instead, I was hit with the weight and severity of your theft. I let go, and I sunk to the deepest depths that any human being should have to be. But it turns out, the bottom doesn't have a place for me. I have been climbing to the top, remembering all I had forgot. And as I follow these rabbits through Wonderland, many their amazing spirit that guides me. Their flame does not burn, it illuminates my soul. Their spoken word, it fills my lungs. It flows through my veins, it carries me, it lifts me, every syllable a reminder of the beauty within humanity, the beauty within me, and so I can finally breathe. And who thought that breathing could feel so damn good? It scares me. It scares me to think that I barely survived, but I refuse to ever become that girl I pity with those sad, lost eyes. I will be strong. I will be spastic, spontaneous, independent, impulsive. I will be out of my mind, fucking insane. But you know what? I can say that this is me. So you can call them defects if you want, but I know that I am someone's fantasy. Lady Gaga always knows exactly what to say. So fuck you, because baby, I was born this way.
Yeah, ready? I wrote this actually a little while back. I wrote this to something that I was like, I actually went through a really messy breakup. Didn't handle it too well. And so I wrote this like a week afterwards. I just shut myself in my room and I wrote this. And so I just feel like it's something I really need to get off my chest. It's called Projects. So, I never thought I would say this, but I now see Taylor Swift's appeal. And this may sound crazy, but I swear, in the past week, I have listened to the song Back to December so many times that each time I listen to it was a day. It would take me back to December. Back to where our story began, on those rainy streets of Los Angeles, where I swear spending an eternity with you was as simple as listening to you speak. And I knew you were special. By the way you broke into my smile and carved your name onto the tree trunk of my cerebellum just to make sure that you would always be on my mind. But we're dead now. I killed us with my inability to open up when things got dangerous outside. I stood by and watched as you tore our chapter out of your life story and burned it to keep you warm until the storm passes. I gave you no other choice. Because you see, this world we built, this was our project. So it's no wonder when we stopped building it decayed into projects, and I sat alone on an unfamiliar porch for 6 days, and on the 7th, I waited until it rained gasoline and needlepoint syringes, and then I burned the whole fucking place to the ground, and I thought I could handle watching the flames dance, but like someone, midway down after jumping off of a bridge, who suddenly remembers all the people who care about them, I knew I had made a terrible mistake, but it was too late to beg gravity for wings. I was crashing. A falling star doing the only thing I knew how to, and in the moment my body hit the ground, I broke, caving like a coal mine, burying alive the bodies of so many unspoken secrets. Like that I know I was the one to walk away and couldn't even bring myself to close the door on my way out. I think
I think a part of myself was still hoping my feet would someday find their way back to you. I know this because I catch myself going out of my way, putting myself into places that I might run into you, just hoping to jog my body's memory of what it's like to feel you, pretending I forgot I cut off the parts of myself that could recognize your touch. And I found Christina Perry's jar of hearts stapled to my hands. I shattered the glass with my bare fist, bleeding out the other side of the story. See, I am the enemy, a hopeless romantic with a schizophrenic heart and hands that only know how to burn things I care about. And the last thing you said to me is you asked me, how have you been sleeping at night? And I haven't. I have been up trying to write everything I've done wrong, frantically scribbling in the hopes of making some sense out of this. But you know, this part I'm going to leave empty. Because to be honest, there's just no better way to explain how I feel.
I should know how to get a baby to stop crying, but honestly, I don't remember what it's like to feel that much honest, innocent emotion. And I feel like my name has been graffiti scrawled across more trains of thought. I feel like I should have found a star with my name on it so that whenever I'm lost in the darkness, I can always find my identity and remember to shine. Well, fuck the stars. I want to be a daughter of the moon, climbing in the heart of the sun, and burn the brightest and bring warmth where it is needed. And sometimes I feel like I should have trained a guide dog, so I could have had some part in helping a blind person find their way, and I should have given back more to a community that's given me so much, and I should take a zipper and tack it up like a poster so I don't forget what it's like to be a fly on the wall, and I should have decided just to make sure I'm not afraid to fall, and I should have practiced my handstands more so I don't forget how to see the world from a different perspective. And I should have taken more chances to ghost ride the whip just to remind the OC that I found as much hometown north outside as my baby. Sometimes I feel like I'm so much older than the timeline of my spine indicates because I've been carrying so much weight on my shoulders, I can be hunched over with old age. And I should have learned how to be a thief so that I can steal time back and spend it with the ones I've lost. And I shouldn't have denied so many muses when they kissed my mind and asked to spend the night because I hate waking up next to an unloved pencil and blank pages that stared at me with empty-lined eyes. And I feel like I should stop asking why and start asking why not. I shouldn't be so afraid to be in public, even though I suck. Because I got a pocket full of stuff. Yeah! And I just need to express that. I should remember that poems are never finished, only forgotten. But I should also remember that my poems are just a piece of myself, so I really shouldn't forget them. And I shouldn't be jealous of the girls that strut around like pretty little flowers. Most days I feel like a cactus because I should remember that cacti have spines, so they have something worth protecting. I should never hesitate to let my friends know how much they mean to me. And I should pass up an opportunity to say how proud I am to be a rabbit. So let me tell you right now, even if you can't see them, I've got two big fuzzy ears sticking up out of my head like satellite receptors. For my next inspiration, always alert for a good rhythm or a moving metaphor, or even just a guy who isn't afraid to say that he is fucking cool. I should remember that my personal rite of passage is a passage of writing. And I should remember to spend more time and less money on the ones that I care about. I should remember to call my family just to say, hi, I love you. And I really should start remembering to remember.
Father, by my young mind not knowing who to apply it to. The father I never got a chance to know. Grandpa? Sean? Yeah, that's it. I remember the half-joking conversation we had when I was a kid about what I should call you. Daddy-o was our favorite with its jabby implications. But you didn't stick. You were always just Sean. And even now, I write this in a distant tone to deny to myself that you left me, yes, that you abandoned me, yes, that you took yourself away from me by your own hands, yes, and I hate you for that. No, but I am angry that you betrayed me. Occasionally, we'd have a moment, and you would tell me how proud you were that I was so strong to have made it through the death of both parents before I was even 16. But that's what you were, parent. And now I have to deal with your death by choice, knowing that it was fucking selfish, but understanding how it feels, wanting it all to just go away. But I didn't go away. I'm a tangible 20-year-old girl that you forced to watch the childhood home get disassembled to pay off your debt. The living room where we would play hockey, my room turned art studio when Mom moved us out. Your room, which I remember clouds of stinky smelling smoke that I didn't understand building out of. And the kitchen that Mom used to complain about because it was so small. But now she's gone, and you're gone too. You left me with this cat, and more anger than I've ever known. I love you, but what the fuck? How could you? How could you when you were the only parent I had left? How could you leave me with that familiar denial? I don't want it. I don't want to be broken again, abandoned again. I'm not done with you yet. I have so much more to tell you, to learn from you. Instead, I'm left saying words that merely echo those I said 4 years ago. But this is different. This is entirely your choice. And that is why I'm angry, hurt, alone, betrayed.
Because I've been having writer's block, and I've been writing for like 2 months, 3 months, and my sister got it. So this is called Apology. Apology. I am sorry that you love me. You blame me for breaking down, breaking in, and breaking apart your heart, and I can't find it within myself to blame you, because maybe it is my fault for smiling at you, holding you in my arms and asking you, do you care about me? Do I matter to you? Who am I? Can you tell me? And I don't know the right words, can't find the right phrase, can't find the right moment to tell you I'm sorry. Can I help mend you anyway? You lick the shell of my ear and whisper, you bruise me, hurt me, and shatter me until there's nothing left in myself but how much I love you. And even as your words send a shiver down my soul, it scares me with its intensity because I haven't learned how to love yet. I haven't learned yet how to put someone else before myself, how to be patient or kind. I haven't learned yet how to care about feelings that are my own. I haven't learned yet. I haven't learned yet how to drive all through the night just to say hello, spend 1 single hour holding your hand, looking deeply into your eyes, and then just going back. I haven't learned yet how to visit you when you're sick, bring you homemade chicken noodle soup, and tuck you into bed while watching over you, singing you made-up lullabies until you fall asleep. I haven't learned yet how to sit with you in silence when no other words are needed, and your presence is more than enough. With my hands on your hand, my eyes on your eyes, my lips on your lips be enough? My heart, yes, your heart. It's a battle of wills where your love tries to engulf my doubts and insecurities. I don't think my heart will survive lying so closely to yours, sleeping so closely to yours, breathing so closely to yours, beating off beat to the steady beat of your bleeding heart. I wish I could find the courage to love you. Find the courage to take your hand and interlock your fingers with mine. Breathe in the scent of you deep when you embrace me. Suck you into me with my body, my mind, and my soul without ever once being afraid of the consequences of losing myself in you. I wish I could find the courage to love you. Find the courage to love you the way you deserve. Find the courage to love you freely and fully, immersing myself, luxuriating in your warmth, the heat of your scorching kisses. Courage to fight the nightmares where you leave me forever, unwanted and alone. I wish I could just drop my facade and step out of these armors that I've built through the years. I wish I could love you, because then maybe I'd be doing something right. Maybe loving you would be the only thing I would ever do right in this world, in this lifetime. You lick the shell of my ear and whisper, you bruise me, hurt me, and shatter me until there is nothing of myself left but how much I love you. And I am sorry that I don't have the courage to tell you
I love poetry, especially love poetry. And I love you the way I love poetry. Now, we don't speak as much as we used to. But during those rare, lightning striking the same place twice moments when we talk to each other more than once in a week, these feelings start clawing on the inner walls of my heart again, letting me know that they haven't gone anywhere, haven't disintegrated in a stomach full of hydrochloric acid when I thought I swallowed them, haven't evaporated into thin air like the daydreams I still have holding your hand. I need to let these feelings out. And not by writing a poem or trying to describe to my friends how much I adore you. I need to tell you how I feel. And believe me, I've tried, but it always comes out something like this. Hey, I really like your face. And then my brain flips the switch for damage control, and I continue by saying, because you're always smiling. It never worked out quite as well as I planned. I concluded that whenever I try to tell you how I really feel, I always seem to stumble over my words, as if my shoelaces were untied, tongue-tied. It's hard to speak to you sometimes, trust me. I want to tell you something poetic, like, you are a lightning bolt woman, with a smile so bright when you flash it, everyone notices. Totally deserving of a standing ovation, I swear. When you spoke, I could hear thunderclap. Well, maybe that was just my heart outrunning my thoughts. And to clarify, I didn't fall in love with you at first sight. But rather, our interactions have always been about progress. Because after the first time we met, you implanted caterpillars into my stomach, and eventually, I got butterflies. Which explains why I still can't tell you how I feel, because every time you're around, these butterflies try to flutter out of my body, only to be eaten by the frog in my throat. So I'm sorry I haven't been able to tell you. But when I'm finally capable of suppressing these nerves in this boombox of my heart, I'll tell you that your voice is unique, like angels' wing beats, so whenever you speak, it sounds so divine. Your laughter is gorgeous, like the melody raindrops playing on a rooftop. And if I'm really feeling confident, I tell you that you are fucking amazing, like a banana that when peeled, reveals a bunch of strawberries. And although I may never be lucky enough to call you mine, you will forever be a lightning bolt woman, with a smile brighter than the moment an atom splits, making my day brighter at the mere thought of you. And just like another poem I wrote about you, if you never hear these words, I guess it's just not the right time. But I still want you to know that I love poetry, especially love poetry, and I also love you, you lightning bolt woman. Thank you for giving me a reason to write again.
So first I'd like to thank Warda, Melissa, Brandon, and Chris for helping me get this piece out. We kicked it the whole night before I wrote this, and I stayed up the whole night writing. It was the hardest piece I've ever written, and it still is not that good. It's about my little brother. And I've been trying to write something about it for a long time, and even though you don't want me to use this, I have to because I'm afraid I'll mess up.
All right.
So, here it is. It's called My Baby Blue. You scare me to death. Because I'm not sure if I'll lose you. I'm not sure if I'll wake up one morning and find out something happened to you. Honestly, losing my mind would be the lightest consequence because you are my purpose. Your 24-karat eyes reveal you. And even though I don't see you for months at a time, believe me, baby blue, I feel you. And if you didn't have to go to school and keep daddy going, I'd steal you. I'd put you right here 24 hours of the day and you'd never leave my sight. You probably didn't realize it, but I rarely sleep when I'm home. Because for some reason I can't help but put my hand on your forehead and watch you dream about Dungeons and Dragons, monkey bars and magic spells. I can't help but watch you breathe. And dread the moment that I have to leave. See, I haven't cried in years. But lately the thought of you is the only thing that has ever made me contemplate tears. I even watched Phineas and Ferb and Wizards of Waverly Place. When I have nothing to do, just because it reminds me of you. And even though, to be completely honest, I was never really fond of Disney Channel, I love that shit. I buy clothes according to what I think you would like. In fact, I have 5 t-shirts that feature Spider-Man. I use the same gummy vitamins that you take 2 of every day before you go to school in that song. If I were a painter, mixing my colors, how would I ever find the blue of your eyes? You should run through my mind all day. I feel you in everything I do. So even though it feels like we're dimensions apart, I'm closer to you than you would ever know. I can hear you speak and I can feel you grow. And I know I should call more, and I'm sorry I say we can video chat and I don't reply back and really tell you what I didn't call for, but you're constantly on my mind. And you're only a 6th grader, but you have far more than an elementary mind. You stand seasoned, you know love, and you carry kind on your smile. And I know my shoes are too big to fit, but you look at me and understand like you borrowed them and walked miles. You've got humble swagger, never judged like you're colorblind. Your tears rip my innards like daggers, and your smile vines. Need everything I promise you. I'm scared to death to let you down, that's the honest truth. But sometimes it feels like I already have. And I know you're hurt, but you're a Trojan horse full of freaks hidden behind enemy lines. Your explosive emotions are in hiding. Your skin is too thick to reveal your pain. You're embedded stronger than the giving tree, and every root is one of your veins. And it seems like people who are supposed to love you keep taking, and it seems like it's in your nature to not complain. And every time you find a comfortable place, someone's insensitivity comes and rips you right out of the soil, and you're forced to start again and mold yourself around what they made for you for lunch like foil. But never forget that you are still metal, and that you shine a piercing silver, and that you won't fucking settle for anything less than love, the kind that you know. Because the kind that you know is the reason why I find it easy to smile even when I know it's too hard to do so. The kind that you know is the kind of love that I'm trying to learn. The kind that remains cool even when it burns. The kind of love that can forgive our mother for leaving you when you were only 7 years old. You were attached to her hip like it was your life support. The breed of compassion that you know that can turn ugly to pretty, gritty to smooth. The type of forgiveness that never uttered a sound when you were forced to move. When we had to share a bed and you had nowhere to put your clothes and felt not at home. Even when you went downstairs to grab your